At every match in Britain this weekend, every team was encouraged to remember the Christmas truce of 1914, when British and German soldiers came together in no man's land to play impromptu football matches. The opposing sides photographed, intermingled with each other as football paid its respects and celebrated the spirit of the Christmas truce. At Fir Park for us was Liam McLeod. Partick Thistle hadn't won back-to-back league matches since April 2013. That's over a year and a half ago. After their cup win over Hamilton Accies last weekend, could Ryan Stevenson and his teammates put that statistic to bed against Kilmarnock? At Firhill for us was Alec O'Henley.
Dan Seaborn returns to the Thistle lineup after missing the defeat to Celtic in midweek through illness. Christy Elliott also starts, with Gary Fraser dropping to the bench. There's no place for Alexei Eremenko in the Kilmarnock starting lineup. Darryl Westlake replaces the suspended Ross Barber, with Jamie Hamill and Josh Magennis returning to the side that lost to Rangers in the Scottish Cup. Killie looking to avoid a sixth consecutive defeat, which would equal a club record stretching back to 2010. And starting with intent here at Firhill, Magennis going down the right. Crossing the ball in, Lee Miller, good save from Gallagher, and Obadeyi is there to tap it in. Killie ahead. Obadeyi with his fifth goal of the season, and Magennis starting on the right today. Good early ball in. The effort from Lee Miller, good save from Paul Gallagher. O'Donnell couldn't react, and Obadeyi was there to convert the loose ball. Osman to O'Donnell. Looking for options up the line. Goes past Chantler, and then he's tripped by the Killie left back. Problems here for Chantler. Yellow card. Knew that O'Donnell was getting away from here, clipped him. Bannigan with the free kick. Seaborn with the header, and Thistle are level. Dan Seaborn with his first goal for Thistle since joining from Coventry in the summer. Good delivery from Bannigan. Seaborn got away from Pascali, who was nearest, and the header high past Samson. Thistle back level after 19 minutes. Obadeyi with a chance at the other end, turns away from Stephen O'Donnell. Chance here for Kilmarnock, and somehow Gallagher gets fingertips to that. Unfortunately for him, it goes away for a corner. Obadeyi knew, should have done better here, did well to get away from O'Donnell, tried to get across Gallagher, but the keeper made a vital save. Osman lifts a high ball towards Doolan, who's just come on as substitute. Cragan with a shot just wide, and that was a chance for Thistle to win it in the last minutes. Osman with a high ball in. Doolan did well, used his strength, knocked it back towards Cragan, and I think that took a deflection off Connolly. Vital.
Anytime this season we've lost a goal, we've kind of get back into it as quick as we could, and I think that led to our best spell in the game. I think we had 5-10 minutes after that we knocked the ball about and showed a bit of quality.
I don't think both teams had a lot of clear-cut chances. Second half I think we were under a bit of pressure, but we defended really well, and obviously we know we can improve. It was a big point for us today.
If you're wondering which game this weekend was the turkey, that was it. So that's it out of the way. Ryan, we always get accused by some of your teammates of never talking about Partick Thistle. So let's talk about Partick Thistle. We won't show any of the analysis from that match, but generally speaking, you joined this season. Who have been the standout players for you since you've arrived at Firhill?
Gary Fraser for me is a massive player for us. I think someone that can go very far in the game. I mean, he's a very, very talented midfielder. He really has given in his locker, and you know, it'll be up to Gary himself to see how far he goes.
Few injury problems.
Yeah, he's had a few. He's had a bad injury.
This is a man we profile quite a lot on sports scene, to be fair, Callum Higginbotham.
Yeah, Callum's got that in his locker as well. I think sort of new breed of the wide player that comes in off the line, and you know, we see him do that in training a lot.
Fantastic strike. And Stephen Lawless, the man who says that sports scene never talk about Partick Thistle, well, here he is.
Yeah, he's much the same as well, to be fair to Stevie. He's, you know, a kind of small kind of magician.
And Chris Doolan, who's always bagged a few goals over the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's been there for years now, Chris, and just your typical striker, gets in about the box and definitely knows where the goal is.
And you're trying to cut his grass at the moment up front.
Pretty much, I'm trying to tackle him every day in training, so I'm starting every Saturday.
And of course, you bagged your first couple of goals last weekend against Hamilton Accies in the Scottish Cup. That must have been great for you.
Yeah, it was a long time coming for me. It was a bit of a sticky start, to be honest, and you know, just a relief to get the first goal. And hopefully now that I've got that, I can be off and running and get plenty more.
And the great irony of the situation is, of course, that we're talking about Partick Thistle finally on Sports Scene, and then all your teammates are in Dublin on the Christmas night out, so they're going to miss this.
Yeah, they are, but I've got it on recording. I'll definitely make sure that they can look it back and see it. OK, we must talk about Kilmarnock as well, Michael, because they got a point at Firhill. They've been on a poor run of form, but they're actually back in the top 6 now.
Yeah, they had a very good start to the season. Obviously tailed off a little bit, and you heard Alan Johnston there saying it was a big point for them. And there's been a lot of teams we've talking about so far, tonight, where they've been on runs, and Ryan's talking about how they want to try and arrest those bad runs of form. And for Kilmarnock, they'll look upon that as a real good point to go away from home and pick it up and maybe try and get a few more good results over the festive period. What's
the Thistle objective, Ryan? You're 6 points ahead of the bottom 3 at the moment.
Yeah. Kind of want to obviously try and be pushing up the league into try and get in the top 6. I think that'd be a great season for us, but we definitely don't want to get attached. I think there is a gap starting now through the Christmas period. A gap can sort of form, you usually find, and we're at the top of that just now, so we want to try and catch the sort of teams above us.
Well, let's hope they come back from Dublin fairly fresh. OK.